Why Sister Wives Janelle Brown believes Kody self-sabotages his life. Unsurprisingly, Kody Brown is being accused of self-sabotaging many of his marriages. The Sister Wives star has found it extremely difficult to take any form of accountability regarding his first 3 divorces. However, Janelle Brown is holding his feet to the fire. Naturally, Kody was not a fan of being forced to look at himself in a mirror, but Janelle didn't back down. Kody Brown is self-absorbed. Janelle was in a truth-telling mood during this season of Sister Wives. While viewers enjoyed her no BS approach, the conversations ruined Kody emotionally. After trying to persuade his second wife to reconcile, Kody was put in his place and delivered a few hard facts about himself. Janelle shut the idea of getting back together down, noting, "You complain about my independence, and I will complain about your selfishness and your being self-absorbed. You are a little bit." The father of 18 seemed genuinely confused about Janelle's opinion. He asked for further clarification, as that in the past 2 years with a divorce. But Janelle held firm in her beliefs, replying, "No, maybe you always were." Sister Wives pointed out moments when Kody had been extremely selfish. One that pops to mind is the family trip to Hawaii. The women worked hard in the kitchen to assemble a luau, but Kody threw a tantrum because he didn't want to eat poi. He literally acted like a petulant child. If that wasn't a major turn-off for Janelle, I don't know what it is. Another moment was when Kody decided to uproot the family to Arizona and never once asked his wives for their input. Janelle Brown won't overlook Kody Brown's feud. Janelle went further into her deep dive of Kody's selfishness. During the same conversation, Janelle also revealed how Kody's estranged relationships with her children played into her answer. She shared she did not want a future with a man who couldn't get along with their children. The mother of 6 shared, "The kids are all feeling very estranged from you. There's a lot of nuances, and I can't be in the middle." As Sister Wives viewers are aware, Kody hasn't been a part of his older kids' lives for some time now. The entire breakdown started during the COVID-19 pandemic when Kody decided to hunker down with Robyn Brown. The rest of the family were ostracized if they didn't follow his strict rules. Kody became more of a dictator than a father and husband. Over time, resentment built up within the older Brown kids, who just felt abandoned by their dad instead of loved. Which is strange because at the end of the day, Kody was trying to keep everyone safe. Some of the family arguments played out on screen. They showed Gabe Brown often fighting with Kody and even crying. Janelle just couldn't stand by and watch her kids suffer. Janelle Brown still finds Kody Brown physically attractive. Amid giving Kody a full lowdown about why she would never get back together, she admitted he was still cute. Janelle shared with the Sister Wives star, "I don't think we even exist in the same universe anymore. I think you're awesome, and whenever we talk, I still feel that like you've got this little hook in me or whatever. But I've been so happy without you that I don't foresee a long-term thing for us." But right now, Kody is no longer the man she was once married to, as his spark of joy has all but disappeared. Janelle lamented, "We've had so many conversations where I've said it's done, we're done." But Kody still seemed confused as he took to his confessional to air out some of his thoughts. He told TLC cameras a contradictory statement. Kody shared that a reconciliation with his second wife was a pipe dream from both of us. But just minutes before, that wasn't the song Kody was singing. He ended his thought by adding, "I talk about reconciling with her because I'd like to be back in graces with my children. But I know that reconciling with her would require some kind of power game where I gave her all the power in the relationship." Professional news. Why Sister Wives Janelle Brown believes Kody self-sabotages his life. Introduction. A shifting dynamic in the Brown family. The Sister Wives franchise, which has chronicled the unique and often controversial lives of polygamist Kody Brown and his 4 wives, has never been short on drama. One of the most compelling storylines in the show's history revolves around Kody's relationship with his wives, particularly as they navigate a series of personal and emotional upheavals. Janelle Brown, Kody's second wife, has been a key figure in the Sister Wives series, offering fans insight into her own struggles, perspectives, and eventual disillusionment with Kody. Through the course of the show, viewers have witnessed her internal conflict about Kody's behavior, which has, over time, led her to some deeply personal realizations. Most notably, Janelle has been open about her belief that Kody has a tendency to self-sabotage his life, particularly when it comes to his relationships with his wives and his role as a father. Janelle's perspective on Kody's behavior has become a topic of significant discussion among Sister Wives fans and critics alike. Her insights provide a window into the complexities of their once shared life and her evolving feelings toward him, which have shifted from admiration to frustration, as his personal choices and decisions have come into sharper focus. The rise of tension between Kody and Janelle. When Sister Wives first aired in 2010, viewers were introduced to Kody as a charismatic and seemingly confident man managing the complexities of a polygamous family. Janelle, who was Kody's second wife, played a significant role in the family dynamic. She was seen as independent and pragmatic, often acting as a mediator between Kody and his other wives. For years, Janelle seemed to embody a balanced and open-minded approach to the family's polygamous lifestyle, offering a level-headed presence amidst the emotional ups and downs of the Brown family. However, as the years passed, it became apparent that Kody's relationships with his wives were becoming increasingly strained. A key factor in these tensions was Kody's behavior, specifically, his emotional and physical distancing from some of his wives, which Janelle has highlighted in interviews. In recent seasons, the cracks in Kody's relationships became more pronounced, especially as the family navigated the COVID-19 pandemic, leading to further division. Janelle, in particular, began expressing dissatisfaction with Kody's handling of the family dynamics. His inability or unwillingness to effectively manage his multiple relationships seemed to be a source of growing frustration for Janelle. She began to openly question his choices and their impact on their family. This growing dissatisfaction culminated in Janelle's eventual separation from Kody, as she realized that his behavior wasn't only affecting her, but also the other wives and children in the family. Janelle's view. Kody's self-sabotaging behavior. Janelle has been vocal about her belief that Kody's issues are self-inflicted. In several interviews, she discussed how Kody's tendency to push people away, especially during times of crisis, had a direct impact on his personal life. While Kody has often portrayed himself as a victim of his circumstances, Janelle believes that his actions, especially his inability to navigate complex emotions and communicate effectively, have resulted in a series of personal setbacks. One of the most significant aspects of Kody's self-sabotaging tendencies, according to Janelle, is his behavior towards his relationships. As a polygamist, Kody's role as a husband to multiple women requires an extraordinary level of communication, emotional intelligence, and balance. However, Kody's increasingly dismissive approach to his wives, particularly in his relationships with Janelle, Christine, and Meri, has created a rift that, in Janelle's view, is entirely of his own making. Janelle has suggested that Kody often shuts himself off from important conversations and avoids confronting difficult issues, which has led to his emotional distance from the wives. Her belief is that by not addressing these problems directly and avoiding accountability, Kody effectively sabotaged his relationships, allowing them to deteriorate over time. Additionally, Janelle has noted that Kody's refusal to compromise, especially in the face of family conflicts, has made it difficult for him to maintain meaningful connections with those around him. While Kody has maintained that his choices are driven by his desire to protect and provide for his family, Janelle sees these decisions as self-serving, as they ultimately alienate those who care for him the most. The impact of the pandemic on Kody's family relationships. The COVID-19 pandemic was a major turning point for the Brown family, exacerbating existing tensions and bringing to light many of the issues that had been simmering for years. Kody's strict rules about social distancing, his increasingly authoritarian approach to family gatherings, and his emotional distance from his wives during the lockdown period all contributed to the growing sense of alienation within the family. For Janelle, the pandemic highlighted Kody's inability to adapt to changing circumstances in a way that would support his multiple marriages. While Kody's approach to the pandemic was driven by a desire to protect his family's health, his rigidity alienated him from his wives, particularly Janelle, who felt isolated and abandoned. She, along with others, became frustrated with his failure to offer reassurance or communicate openly about the family's struggles during such a challenging time. In interviews, Janelle has pointed out that Kody's approach to the pandemic further amplified the emotional chasm between them. Rather than coming together to navigate the crisis as a united family, the Browns were left fractured, with Kody's leadership style exacerbating existing divisions. According to Janelle, this was a prime example of Kody's self-sabotage. By taking an inflexible stance and not being willing to meet his wives halfway, he only drove them further apart. Janelle's personal growth and empowerment. In recent seasons of Sister Wives, Janelle has shown signs of personal growth and empowerment, making it clear that she no longer sees herself as dependent on Kody for her happiness or well-being. Her evolving independence is a testament to her growing recognition of her own needs and desires. While Kody may have viewed the family as a unit that required his constant control, Janelle has embraced the idea that her personal fulfillment cannot come at the expense of her emotional well-being. As the show has progressed, Janelle has grown increasingly vocal about her belief that the family dynamics need to change. She has expressed frustration with the way Kody has treated her, especially in comparison to his relationships with his other wives. Janelle has also spoken about the difficulty of watching Kody's relationships with Christine and Meri deteriorate, recognizing that his self-sabotaging behaviors have created an environment where genuine emotional connections can no longer thrive. In the wake of her separation from Kody, Janelle has focused more on her own health, her children, and her future. She has expressed a renewed sense of independence, which has been a liberating journey for her. Janelle's transformation from a woman who once believed in the traditional structure of polygamy to one who is now embracing her own personal growth highlights her resilience and self-awareness. Conclusion: the end of an era for the Brown family. As Janelle Brown continues to process her experience with Kody, it's clear that her perspective on their relationship has shifted dramatically. Her belief that Kody self-sabotaged his life through his emotional distance and inability to communicate effectively speaks to a larger issue within the Brown family dynamic. Kody's tendency to avoid difficult conversations and make unilateral decisions has ultimately led to the fracturing of his family relationships. For Janelle, this realization is both painful and empowering. It marks the end of an era for her, as she begins to forge her own path, separate from the influence of her former husband. While the future of the Brown family remains uncertain, Janelle's willingness to confront the truth about Kody's self-sabotaging behavior is a step toward healing and self-empowerment. The ongoing evolution of the Brown family dynamic will continue to play out on Sister Wives, and fans can expect more revelations about the complexities of polygamous relationships and the personal growth of each family member. As Janelle moves forward, her story serves as an inspiration to those who have found themselves trapped in unhealthy relationships, showing that it is never too late to take control of one's own future.